I used to flat iron my hair all the time and bleach my hair constantly. I love the way my hair looked. I love the sleekness to it and the way my blonde looked. But I stopped doing this because I started noticing there was no hair growth. My hair was breaking off and it started looking really, really fringy at the bottom. Now, I found some products in my hair for my hair that really helped, but I just decided it wasn't worth it. It still changed the texture of my hair. It weakened my hair strands. It made my hair just really fragile, and I did not have fullness to my hair. I'm so sorry, my internet went out, so I kind of lost what I was saying. Well, I'll put a photo up here to show how my hair uh, a year and 11 months ago it was, I believe, I just looked, August 30th, 2023, and it is now May 13th, 2025. And my bangs were pretty short, and it hasn't been 2 years yet. And this is what my front of my hair looks like. My bangs grew out pretty long. And as you'll see in the photo, oh my God, okay, as you see in the photo, it is pretty short. Now the back would have been longer by now, but I kept on cutting the back because I wasn't on my hair growth journey. So in between almost 2 years, I cut it again a little bit, and I didn't trim it in that amount of time. Up until 6 months ago, I started doing the hair dusting. Now, don't get me wrong, I still have bleach in my hair underneath the hair dye that I've been using, well, hair toner, which was a blue black and is almost faded out because I did that back in November of 2024, and I haven't toned it since then. So I chose not to cut all my hair off at the ends and start over with growing. I didn't want to chop off any of the bleach and start over, not start over, I'm sorry. I did not want to start over. So I would rather have some of my silver come out and just sacrifice putting a lot of hair toners and bleach in my hair just to have length. And my hair looks really squiggly right now, super squiggly, because I washed it 2 days ago and then I used a coconut milk in a can and I had it outside. I was outside and I poured a lot of the coconut milk and it actually made my hair really hard. And I brushed some of it out, but I didn't want to keep yanking on it because it kind of got a little stiff. It usually is better on wet hair, so I probably will continue to do that. But I do sacrifice how my hair looks some days, and it does look pretty bland right now because all of the toner's grown out and some of the bleach is bleeding through. But I would rather have that than, like I said, than continuously frying my hair. And even though it looks pretty bad right now. So as soon as this bleach goes out, I don't think I will be bleaching my hair ever again. I was the queen of bleach, so I'm really hoping that I don't go back to bleaching my hair because this is some of the things that bleach does to your hair. And I do know it's bad and I knew it weakens your hair follicles, but I will be reading some things that, we all know bleach is bad, but we keep doing it. But if you really want to see hair growth, then it would be good to give it a break, if not stopping at all. And if you can't stop, I would just really, really go to maybe some highlights. I found a Redken color fusion that it goes to super blonde blonde. You can do your roots without the bleach, still the toners or developers, and it does color your hair even without any bleach. But it is for gray hair, but it does cover any kind of hair. So weakens your hair strands and it strips your hair of its natural pigment, which also removes moisture and protein, making strands dry, brittle, and prone to breakage, as we all know. But it's a good reminder sometimes. It damages the hair cuticle. Bleach lifts the outer layer cuticle of your hair to deposit lightener, which leaves it vulnerable to environmental damage and split ends. Can irritate or damage the scalp. Frequent bleaching may lead to scalp burns, irritation, or long-term sensitivity, especially around the hairline. Causes hair thinning or shedding. So, like I said, I noticed my hair strands were pretty thin and fragile. When I would blow dry my hair, it would be full, but then it would be really flat in a day or two. The strands just were just they were stretchy. And if you over bleach it, that could happen where it's mush. But I got it to a point where it was just kind of a little bit stretchy, not too much, but it still had changed my hair texture. And over time, the protein bonds in your hair weaken, which can lead to noticeable thinning and excessive hair shedding and disrupts hair follicles. Aggressive chemicals treatments like bleaching can stress or inflame hair follicles, potentially affecting the new hair growth. So, yes, this is why I chose not to really do anything with my hair. There's days that I have my hair up in a bun after I wash it and it's dried, of course. I do let it down for a little bit, but then it gets thrown up, especially in the nighttime. I have it in a bun with my satin bonnet or braids every single night. Every once in a while, I forget and fall asleep, but that is very minimal. And I don't wash my I mean, I'm sorry, I wash my hair, but I don't brush it out. Every couple of washes, I do this. So I will use my detangler, my wet brush after I wash it and take the tangles out. And, it's just the way it is. My hair tangles very easy, it always has, because it's wavy. So it gets tangled pretty quick. And then I will wash it maybe after 3 to 5 days, and then I won't comb or brush it, I won't finger detangle. I will just leave it for the next wash day because most of the time my hair's up anyway, and it very rarely gets tangled, if I have it up at night. That's just why I use the braids and the buns because my hair, it will knot up. So I just leave my hair up. I have my ends tucked in a bun, and when I braid it, it is just in the bonnet. So my hair isn't being a lot of friction on it. So this is something I really want to touch up on. People with wavy hair, their hair tends to look frizzy at times, and unless you after you wash it, you scrunch it and you do your uh, scrunchies where it looks like it's all wavy or curly, and it just it's just the texture of wavy hair. Now, a lot of people will see this and say that it's damaged or dried out, which your hair tends to be drier when it is wavy, but it is something that your hair texture isn't. And it doesn't necessarily mean that your hair is damaged. So, flat irons obviously make your hair look slick. You could use hair polishers, hair where it makes it look super, super smooth, the smoothing serums, and it does make your hair look super, super, super healthy. But if you're flat ironing your hair every single day or quite often, your hair is also getting very damaged, even though it looks on the surface that it's very healthy. It is not. So, flat irons might make your hair look sleek in the moment, but over time, they slightly destroy its health. That intense heat breaks down the proteins that give your hair strength, especially keratin. It dries out the strands, making them brittle, dull, and prone to breakage. The more you use it, the more your hair loses its natural elasticity. And eventually, even your texture can start to change. What once bounced back becomes limp, dry, and lifeless. You might not notice it after one use, but the damage builds slowly until your hair doesn't shine, doesn't grow the same, and feels like it's stuck in survival mode. So while my hair does look pretty limp right now, it's because I do have a lot of product in it right now, and I cannot wait to see the outcome of my hair in another year. By the end of the year, I do want my hair to be down to my waist, which is almost reaching my waist right now, and sacrificing everything and looking pretty plain sometimes and keeping my hair just up and tucked away will pay off. So, yes, it will be worth it so much more than be frying my hair every day and just looking good momentarily or temporary. And I cannot talk right now. Temporarily, and I don't know which one it is, temporary or temporarily. It will just be so voluptuous and full, and hopefully all the bleach will be grown out pretty much at the end of the year because I do know a good chunk has grown out to about right here, and I will be so happy, and I don't want to start all over and bleach it again. If you enjoy this kind of content and you are on a journey to grow your hair out and you want to limit some things, well, feel free to comment, like, subscribe for some more tips. And I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for stopping by.